Alright guys, so we're out at Jumbo, or the Abbott Marshlands. And I'm going to check out the Tamron 100-400mm lens today with you guys. That's why you're here with me. I've used this lens for quite a while now, so I know the ins and outs of this lens really well. It's really sharp. I actually ended up, as you'll probably know if you watched my other episode, I actually traded in the version 1 Canon 100-400L lens, the pump style one. I got rid of that and actually ended up keeping this Tamron lens, and it was one of the first lenses that I got that wasn't a Canon brand lens, and I actually am really glad that I got it because I love the lens. Its autofocus is super fast. The stabilization works really great. There's two different modes. One works for panning, so if you're shooting like action shots with your birds, and the other one is for stills, which it really works really well. It makes it really easy to handhold. I've got the setup. I'm going to run it on my RP. So I'm going to have the RP with the adapter running to the EF Tamron 100-400 lens. And we're just going to show you what kind of shots it can take. But again, this lens I've used for quite a while, and it just really takes phenomenal pictures. The color that comes out of it I really like. I tend to think that the colors that come out of the Tamron lens are a little less saturated looking than the stuff that I'm used to getting from the Canon lenses, but that's okay, and it's nothing you can't change in post, and I actually kind of like the way the colors look. The bokeh, I'm not sure how many aperture blades are in that lens, but I know that the bokeh comes out with nice round circles and it looks really nice, so no matter what it is inside there, the end result is pretty. I really can't say any more good things about the Tamron lens. I really like it, so what I'm going to do is pull it out of my backpack when I get up onto the ledge, and I'm just going to shoot around with it and keep recording here with my M50 to show you guys how it works. And I'm just going to lay in a bunch of shots as we walk through these jumbo trails of what I've done with the Tamron 100-400. Okay guys, so first thing we're going to do is test the stabilization. So I've got the stabilization off. We're at 400 millimeters. I'm going to flip it on now. And you see what a difference that stabilization makes. It's really one of the best stabilization systems I've ever used. Okay guys, so we're up on the ledge, and what I'm going to do is just kind of shoot around and show you what this lens is capable of. The autofocus is super quick. Very responsive. Now, sometimes it will miss, but I've kind of had that experience with every single telephoto zoom lens I've ever used. And the big thing about this is that even when you're using autofocus, if it does start to miss what you want it to shoot at, you can correct it right on the bat with the autofocus active. You can take control using the manual focus ring, not going to damage the internals at all, and then you can rely on the autofocus again. As soon as you've corrected it, close to your subject again, it's probably going to grab what you want. It really does work great, and once you get used to the way that it works, you really won't miss any shots with it. Again, autofocus is super quick. Stabilization is great, as I showed you before. There's really nothing to hate about this lens. It goes to 6.3. You get 5.6, but you're going to spend a lot more money for those Canon lenses, and I really don't think it's worth it. Especially if you're using it on a full frame camera like this, where you're able to get away with a little bit higher ISO performance, it's not going to be a problem at all. Again, this lens is fully weather sealed. You've got the rubber ring around the lens mount, as well as gaskets throughout the rest of the lens, so no worries if you're out in the rain. I've taken it out in the rain a couple of times, no issues with it whatsoever. Again, highly recommended lens, great performance, great optics, and I hope that you guys check it out. Again, if you guys think this helped you, please go below, subscribe, click that notification bell, and I'll see you guys on the next video.